May I pray, Lordship? Lordship, in item number 31, I need 4 weeks time, Lordship, to implement the new incumbents as party respondent, taken the consent of the other side.
On the prayer of Mr. M. Das, learned counsel for the petitioner made with the consent of the other side, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks so as to enable him to file appropriate application for implement of new respondents.
Obliged, Lordship.
My lord, in respect of item number 5 of part 2 hearing list, my lord, that matter has become infrastructure from information from the
All,
corporation, my lord.
all the petitioners already retired, Lordship, and they got the 16 relief.
Item 5, part 2, item 5.
What is the case number?
WBC Lordship, 530/2022.
2012.
Okay.
You're right, Mr. B. Borwa, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the writ petitioners herein have already retired from service on attaining the age of superannuation, and therefore the matter has become infructuous. The aforesaid position has been confirmed by Mr.
K.
M.
Kolita.
K. Kolita, learned standing counsel, Oil India Limited. In view of the above, these writ petition stands disposed of as infructuous.
Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship, beg to mention for listing of an writ petition on 3rd of August, Your Lordship. It was last listed in February and ever
Listing for what?
for orders, Your Lordship.
What order is required?
Last 6 weeks time was given in February. It has passed, Your
So
Lordship.
why 3rd August? Why not 5th August?
Your Honor, 3rd is Thursday, 4th is Friday, 5th is Saturday, I think. Your Lordship.
Why 3rd?
Any date, Your Lordship. First week of August, any date.
2nd week of August.
Second week. Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 37 of today's list.
Yeah.
In this case, I need to file one affidavit regarding one miss case. So, Your Lordship, today it will be filed. So a matter may be fixed on.
Your Lordship, we are not opposing the prayer of Mr. Sharma. However, there is one point to be made. Our application before the Debt Recovery Tribunal is still pending. It's not been dismissed. And we would please allow us 4 weeks time to file a detailed reply, bringing all these facts on record.
Mr. M. Sharma seeks learned counsel for the company petitioner seeks adjournment in this matter on the ground that an additional affidavit
No, Your
Yeah.
Lordship, affidavit. Affidavit in opposition to the miss case.
affidavit in opposition to the miscellaneous to the interlocutory application filed by the respondent as applicant is required to be brought on record. Full stop. The prayer is not opposed by Ms.
And that's sir.
M. Das, learned counsel appearing for the respondent bank. She, however, seeks 4 weeks time to place on record rejoinder affidavit on behalf of the respondent. In view of the above, applicant respondent. In view of the above, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks. Yes.
May I please, Your Lordship? My lord, I pray for listing of a new motion matter on Wednesday, my lord.
What is the matter?
My lord, matter regarding my lord disciplinary proceeding, my lord, they have so caused me, my lord, second so caused regarding my proposed penalty. I reply to that, my lord. My lord, in the meantime, they have issued another order for further inquiry, my lord, which is prejudiced to me, my lord. 2 days that fixed for appearance, my lord. I took time, my lord. Therefore, my lord, on
Alright.
Wednesday, my lord.
Yes.
High levels.
May I please, Your Lordship? I wish to mention for listing for withdrawal, a competition, my lord.
When?
Any date,
You put the date, yes.
obliged.
Maybe information. I pray for listing a writ petition, my lordship, it last name on 19/4. The
2nd week of August, yes.
second week of
May I please, Lordship, I beg to mention item number 18.
Hmm.
Lordship, as my senior is out of station, so may kindly fix the matter after maybe 2 weeks.
On the prayer of learned counsel for the writ petitioner, admission hearing of this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks.
Lordship, I'm for the respondent.
You are for the respondent.
Yes,
Learned
Lordship.
counsel for the respondent made with the consent of the opposite party. Admission hearing of this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks. Missed accordingly.
May I please, Your
Obliged,
Lordship? I beg to mention for listing of a matter for admission, Lordship.
2nd week of August, yes.
Obliged, Your Lordship.
lordship, same prayer, lordship, 2
2nd week of August.
Lordship, same prayer, Lordship.
of
Stop 2nd of the.
My lord, I beg to mention for item number 10, my lord.
The consent of the others are kindly taken up this matter after 1 week, madam.
What is this matter about?
Matter is related to promotion of the petitioner, madam. PWD department.
You are mentioning for whom?
Mr. Petitioner, for petitioner.
On the prayer of learned counsel for the writ petitioner made with the consent of the opposite party, admission hearing of this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks.
Obvious.
Lordship for listing admission, second meeting.
Second week of August.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, I have to mention item number 27, 29, and 30, my lord.
27, 29, and 30. Why?
Well, Lordship, my senior is having some appointment with doctor, my lord. There is my-
What is the matter? Otherwise, compliance orders have been issued.
You wait. We'll, if it is complete, then we'll pass it. 27, 29, and 30. You wait when the matter is called up.
May I please, item number 41. Contempt matter, lordship.
Yes.
Department already comply the order.
Mr. M. Alamgir, learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that the order of this court has already been complied with by the department, and therefore this contempt case can be closed. Taking note of the submission of learned counsel for the petitioner, this matter stands closed.
Lordship obliged.
Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a WPC that was last posted on 23/1/2023, your lordship. The matter is regarding compassionate appointment.
Third week of August.
Okay,
May I
obliged.
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 12, Lordship.
Hmm.
Order, other parties concerned, Lordship, it's a request already filed on Friday, Lordship. So,
Sorry, what are you saying?
Lordship, adjournment request filed on Friday, Lordship. So matter may be kindly
Adjournment request filed on Friday.
Friday, Lordship. With the
You are
other
for
party-
whom?
I'm on behalf of Mr. N. Emik Singh, Lordship, petitioner.
You have informed the other side
Yes, sir.
on the prayer of learned counsel for the petitioner made with the consent of the
Can you
opposite.
fix date, Lordship?
Opposite party. This matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks, list again on 7/9/2023.
For withdrawal, item 1. Lordship, I want to withdraw with liberty to file a fresh lordship.
Why you want to withdraw?
Lordship, the common court petitioner has filed his petition jointly, so we filed.
Mr. L. Mohan, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that there is a defect in constitution of the writ petition, and therefore the petitioner be granted leave to withdraw this late petition with liberty to file afresh after rectifying the defect. Ms.
M. Kalita.
M. Kalita, learned counsel for the respondents, is present and does not have any objection if the prayer is allowed. In view of the above, this writ petition stands disposed of on withdrawal with liberty of safety.
Obliged, Lordship. For proposal item 2. May please the lordship. Matter relates to selection and appointment of physically disabled candidates against backlog vacancies, my lord. My lord, earlier we have not made party with the selected candidates. Now we have made party, my lord.
There is a IA. Where is the IA?
So my lord, notice was not issued in the main case. My
So
lord.
first we'll impute them and then you find out.
Impleted. Yeah, it has been impleted. And first title has been also corrected, my lord. Impleted.
Impleted on the basis of. Achha. Add Mr. A.R. Siddal and counsel for the writ petitioners. Peruse the amendments made in the writ petition and stuff. What is the basic grievance?
Basic grievance was, my lord, as per the advertisement, the selection list is to be prepared department wise, category wise, and district interview has been conducted in the district. And select list has been prepared in the state level, my lord. And there has been variation of allotment of marks in the district. There, consequently, my lord, some districts, my lord, detract from the selection.
The basic contention of the writ petitioners herein is that although the interview for selection of candidates for filling up 511 grade 4 posts reserved for persons with disabilities was conducted at the district level, yet the final select list was published on the basis of state level consideration, as a result of which many districts have been deprived. Full stop. After hearing the submissions made at the bar, this court is of the opinion that the matter would require deeper examination. Full stop. As such, issue notice of motion returnable in 8 weeks. Since Mr. Who is appearing for whom?
Respondent number 4, lordship.
Since Mr. H. Sharma, learned
1, 3, 5 and 6.
additional senior government advocate Assam has appeared and accepted notice for respondent numbers 1,
3,
3,
5 and 6.
5 and 6. What about 2? Number 2?
You, my lord.
This is RM, the standing council is there also.
So you take it as of now, make it 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. And Mr. Your name, please?
ND Sharma.
Mr. N.D. Sharma, learned Standing Council, Guwahati University has accepted notice for respondent number 4. Service of notice on respondent numbers 1 to 6 is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the learned Standing Council, requisite in numbers so as to enable them to obtain instruction. Mr. Petitioner to take steps for service of notice upon the remaining respondents by registered post.
Reblock.
I didn't hear.
May I please read your lordship? So lordship, in pursuance of advertisement dated 25/3/2023 lordship issued by the government of Assam lordship, whereby asking the candidature for the post of grade 3 and grade 4 post lordship. The advertisement annexer 2 lordship, page number 27 lordship. Kindly peruse, lordship. Page number 27 lordship. Whereby certain condition lordship, that is the in paragraph number 2 lordship, that is the for the grade 4 post lordship, read up to class 8 to SSLC, 8 to SSLC class 12 lordship for equivalent examination or pass lordship. That is
Yes,
the-
who is appearing? You are appearing. What do you have to say?
After an instruction, lordship.
So we'll have it after 1 week. You
Lots of
appeal.
one.
Heard Mr. M. Sehgal, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. H. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam appearing for the state, who seeks posting of this matter again after a week so as to enable him to obtain preliminary instruction responding to the allegations made in the writ petition. Prayer allowed. 2 extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to Mr. Chakraborty by tomorrow. Registry to list this case for motion again after a week.
and you- May please also the matter relates to the upgradation of the Anganwadi helper to Anganwadi worker. Lordship, I am the selected and dated to me the page 25 lordship.
So notice has to go here.
The status quo lordship,
Heard Mr.
Enamit.
And Ahmed learned counsel for the petitioner. Peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. The matter pertains to grievance of the writ petitioner. On account of non-consideration of her case from upgradation from the post of Anganwadi helper to Anganwadi worker in 53 number Anganwadi center. Coming under the Mandia ICDS project, Borpeta. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Mr. H. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam, has appeared and accepted notice on behalf of all the respondents. As such, no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition will be furnished to the learned department council within 3 days from today, so as to enable him to obtain instruction.
Status quo.
If anything wrong is done, then it will be set aside. As simple as that. Yes,
Muscle.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, in this case, department has not convening the DPC for filling up of the grade selection grade, my lord, post. Consequent to which my promotion avenue has been blocked. Our petitioners,
no, but how many petitioners are there?
2 petitioners. Kindly see page 37.
We have to issue notice, that's all.
My lord, I am going to be retired on in the November.
What do you want? Writ petition should be allowed today?
No,
Then?
my representation, which I have been given, that may be direction is be given to
Which
dispose of
representation?
page 57.
This is representation submitted by petitioner number
1 and 2
jointly.
jointly. Because if two posts fill up, then our seniority is in position in 1 and 2.
Both the petitioners are due for retirement when?
One is going to be retired in the month of December of this year,
Hmm.
and next one is 26 in the year 26.
So we'll just ask the department to look into their grievance. Mr. Sharma? Yes, heard Mr. S.K. Ghosh, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. Also heard Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam appearing for the respondent number
One.
Mr. B. Gogoi, learned SC Finance. Have you served copy on SC Finance?
Yes, I have served.
SC Finance is present on behalf of the respondent numbers 2 and 3. Mr. The two writ petitioners herein claim to be a part of the Assam Financial Service cadre. They are presently holding the post of
Senior grade 2.
Huh?
Senior grade 2.
senior grade,
Grade 2. 2.
senior grade 2 officers. Posted. According to the petitioners, there are two vacant posts of
Selection grade.
selection grade oblique additional secretary in the establishment of in the additional secretary coming within the domain of Assam Finance Service officers. Full stop. The petitioners claim that both of them are eligible for being considered for promotion for filling up the aforesaid two vacant posts.
No,
However,
I am for selection grade 1. I am eligible for upgradation to selection grade 1. And if selection grade 1 is promoted to the additional secretary, then to resultant vacancy, our case will be considered.
Oh,
They are-
you want somebody else to be promoted first.
When they will be
Because they are also
But
eligible.
Mr. S.K. Ghosh, learned counsel for the writ petitioner.
They are
taking the
also
amendments made in the writ petition. Issue notice returnable in 4 weeks. Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam appears and accepts notice for respondent number 1. Whereas Mr. H. Chalia, learned SC Finance accepts notice for respondent numbers 2 and 3. Since the basic grievance of the petitioner pertains to prayer for consideration of their case for promotion. The learned department counsel to obtain instruction facilitating disposal of the petition on the returnable date. 2 extra copies of the petition will be furnished to the learned standing council finance department. And the 2 extra copies of this petition will be furnished to learned standing council appearing for the respondents. Registered to list this matter again on 23rd of August 2023 as for admission.
Much.
Attend 6. Copy to সোনকালে দিবা না তেতিয়াহলে মই
Well, the petitioner was a candidate in the examination conducted for filling up different posts in the under the Ministry of Home Affairs. One open competitive examination was held, and he qualified in the written and physical efficiency test and the physical standard test also. He was under the economically weaker section category. He submitted the certificate. But while declaring the results, he was shown in the unreserved category. That is why he did not come into the zone of consideration for the selection. Economically weaker section candidates cut-off mark is lower than the marks scored by the present petitioner. So under the unreserved category, which is cut-off mark is more than the marks scored by the petition. That is why he did not come into the zone of consideration. So
So
without
this election was held when? Which year?
Matlab selection result was declared in 7/12/2022, matlab. 22. Matlab the some posts, matlab 7 posts are still vacant due to unavailability of candidate, matlab.
So you let him
So
obtain.
Lordship may issue instruction also, so notice Lordship, kindly Feroz Lordship, page 21 Lordship. Page 21, there is a condition that Lordship.
All right, we'll issue notice
No.
and we'll fix it for interim relief also on the next.
Lordship.
Heard Mr. N.K. Kalital and a counsel for the writ petitioner. There will be averments made in the writ petition. Full stop. The petitioner had participated in the selection process conducted by the respondents for recruitment as constable bracket GD bracket close in different forces under the Ministry of Defense, Government of India, as a candidate belonging to the economically weaker section, bracket EWS. However, the grievance of the petitioner is that he was not given the benefit of EWS category quota, as a result of which the petitioner was wrongfully denied the order of appointment. Mr. K. Gogoi Lanet CGC seeks a week's time to obtain preliminary instruction responding to the allegation made in the writ petition. Prayer allowed. One extra copy of the writ petition be furnished to Mr. Gogoi. Let this matter be listed for motion again after a week.
Well, may I pray for that 7 posts are still lying vacant? May I pray for interim relief so that those 7 posts? may not be
Lordship,
filled up?
reason is Lordship, Mylon may kindly
At
Feroz
least
page
one post
21.
may keep.
Page 21 Lordship, kindly Feroz there condition Lordship.
Mr. Gogoi to also obtain instruction if any posts, if posts, if any are still lying vacant in the category of constable bracket GD under the forces.
Lordship. Oblige.
Item 7.
My pleasure, Your Lordship, the matter relates to the promotion of the petitioner from grade 4 to grade 3, Your Lordship. In his 27 years of practice, 27 years of service, he has not got any single promotion. But in the
Is
meantime,
serving where? Petitioner is serving where?
serving in under the executive engineer, industrial and commerce department, Bamani Madam, Your Lordship. And his junior has got 2 times promotion, Your Lordship. His case was already approved by the commissioner, Your Lordship, but still not give him promotion, Your Lordship. He's further deprived from the promotion of upper division assistant, Your Lordship. To fulfill all the conditions, Your Lordship.
Yes,
Lordship, let us obtain instruction, Lordship.
no, but you had the copy. Why he was not promoted? He was appointed in 96.
Yes, Lordship.
Any representations of?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Where is it?
Various representations, Your Lordship.
Hmm.
Last representation is on page number 53, 14/10/2022. Page number 53. Earlier also various times he has submitted representation, Your Lordship. Now, I have.
All right, then you consider his case and pass a reasoned order. That's fine. If he can be promoted, promote him. Otherwise, you inform him the reason why he is not.
Okay,
being
Lordship, we need to get the instruction, Lordship, then.
Do it after I dispose of the matter. I'm not keeping these pendings for instruction. Heard Miss Ardekal and counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr.
N Kalita on behalf of A Kalita.
One name I'll write. You tell me.
N
which name.
Kalita.
Huh?
N Kalita.
Mr. N. Kalita, learned counsel appearing for the industries department. Who else?
KK Methi on behalf of respondent number 5.
Mr. K.K. Medhi, learned counsel is present on behalf of respondent number 5. And Mr. H. Shalia, learned SC Finance Department. Assam for respondent numbers 6 and 7. The petitioner herein was appointed as a chowkidar against a grade 4 post in the office of the executive engineer, Industries and Commerce Department, Assam. That is the respondent number 4. On 01/06/1996, the grievance of the, no, full stop. Thereafter, his services were regularized by the order dated 07/02/1998 with effect from the date of joining service. Full stop. The grievance of the petitioner is that although he possesses the requisite qualification for being considered for promotion to the next higher post in accordance with the provisions of Rule 6 bracket small b bracket close of the Assam Ministerial District Establishment Service Rules, 1967. No action has been taken by the departmental authorities till today for considering his case for promotion to the post of junior assistant. Full stop. On the contrary, persons junior to the petitioner have been promoted, thus, depriving the petitioner of the benefit of promotion. Full stop. Hence, this writ petition. Full stop. Ms. Decca, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that several representations have been submitted by the petitioner ventilating his grievance in the matter. Full stop. Notwithstanding the same, the authorities have maintained complete silence in the matter, as a result of which the petitioner has been compelled to approach this court by filing the present writ petition. Full stop. Since the decision of the Honorable Supreme Court rendered in the case of Ajit Singh 2, you get the citation. Ajit Singh 2. Statement. You have the citation? No. Anybody knows the citation Ajit Singh 2? Sometimes you have to also know a little
Yes,
law.
sir. Sorry.
Practicing law means little bit of law.
Yes, sir.
So law is firmly settled that right to be considered for promotion is a fundamental right. Full stop. If a candidate is otherwise qualified and comes within the zone of consideration, he or she cannot be denied promotion except in accordance with the provisions of the law. Full stop. From the perusal of materials on record, nothing is discernible as to why the petitioner was not considered for promotion despite having spent more than 23 years,
27 years.
27 years in the same post. Full stop. Whatever be the reason, the petitioner is entitled to be informed about the same, even if the authorities are of the view that he cannot be promoted. Full stop. Situated thus, I do not find any justifiable ground to keep this writ petition pending before this court any further. Full stop. From a perusal of the documents on record, I find that out of the several representations, the last representation submitted by the writ petitioner was on 14/10/2022, bracket annexure 17, bracket close, addressed to the respondent number 4, ventilating his grievance in the matter. Full stop. This writ petition is therefore being disposed of at the motion stage by directing the respondent number 4 to consider the representation dated 14/10/2022 submitted by the petitioner. Full stop. In the event the authorities are of the view that for any reason the petitioner cannot be considered for promotion as per the rules, he shall be communicated of such reasons in writing within 6 weeks from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order, enclosing a fresh copy of the representation dated 14/10/2022. If the petitioner continues to remain aggrieved even thereafter, it will be open for him to approach this court once again by filing fresh writ petition. This petition stands disposed.
Lordship, Ajit Singh citation is 1999 7 SCC 209.
Party's name Ajit Singh.
Ajit Singh and others versus State of Punjab. The right to promotion.
Yes. Thank you.
Please, your lordship. My lord, the petitioner was appointed as an inspector of excise and he was discharged from service on 1/6/2020.
1/6/2020,
my lord. And there is some delay on the part of the petitioner in approaching this honorable court. However, my lord, your lordship knows, my lord, when fundamental rights are violated, delay doesn't come in.
So we'll issue notice of this.
My lord, what happened? In the meantime, my lord, some other persons also approached this honorable court And those batch of writ petitions were, my lord, negated by this honorable court, my lord.
Hmm.
So perhaps that decision will cover this case also. That
This
decision,
matter pertains to my lord that APSC case, my lord. So several persons who were inducted into APSC in 2013 after an investigation were discharged from service.
Hmm.
That was put to challenge in several writ petitions. All the writ petitions were dismissed. Against that dismissal order, there are appeals pending now, my lord. His claim, his grounds are, except the delay, my lord, his grounds are identical. But petitioner has.
So why don't you then prefer an appeal? Let the appeal.
yes, my lord, those discharge order was of the year 2018-19, and this was sometime later, so I could not find it along with those.
No, that is all right. What
Yes,
I'm saying is that delay is a ground against you, not in your favor. We'll condone the delay.
Right.
But if it is a covered case, you prefer an appeal and take the same order from the division bench.
2023
No, no,
LT.
the appeal is pending. Lordship has to reject my petition, then only I
That's
can.
what I'm saying.
Yes,
Keeping it pending doesn't. You file an appeal so that if a favorable order is passed, then you also
Yes.
get the benefit.
2023 GLT 800.
But Mr. J. Patwari, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. The petitioner herein was appointed as Inspector of Excise by notification dated 18/8/2015. Issued by the Government of Assam in the Department of Excise. Full stop. The appointment of the petitioner was apparently on the basis of a process of selection conducted by the Assam Public Service Commission. Full stop. However, on having detected major anomalies in the selection process, the government had cancelled the appointment of petitioner as Inspector of Excise by the order dated 01/06/2020. Full stop. Similar orders of cancellation of appointment in respect of many other similarly situated candidates were also issued around the same time. Full stop. Although those candidates had challenged their order of cancellation of appointment by filing a batch of writ petitions before this court, those were dismissed by the learned single judge. Full stop. Mr. Patwari submits that due to reasons stated in the writ petition, there was some delay on the part of his client in approaching this court. Full stop. Mr. P.N. Goswami, learned standing counsel, Excise Department, additional AG appearing for the Excise Department submits that even if the delay in filing the writ petition is ignored, even then, this matter is squarely covered by the judgment of this court rendered in the case of Gitali Dole and others versus State of Assam and others, reported in 2020/3 GLT 800, and therefore this writ petition is liable to be dismissed on such count alone. Full stop. After careful reading of the averments made in the writ petition, I find that the facts and circumstances of this case is identical to those involved in the proceedings, in the batch of writ petitions disposed of, dismissed by the learned single judge on the strength of the judgment rendered in the case of Gitali Dole and others, Supra. Therefore, there is no doubt about the fact that this is a covered matter. Mr. Patwari is also fairly agreed to the said proposition. If that be so, and in the absence of any new ground projected in this writ petition, the decision in the case of Gitali Dole and others would be Supra would be binding on this court. Full stop. For the above reason, this writ petition is held to be not maintainable in law as well as in the facts and circumstances of the case. The same is accordingly dismissed. We prefer an appeal.
yes, deeply advised.
Item 9.
Please, Your Lordship. My lord, in this case, my lord, the petitioner was appointed as an accountant cum computer operator, my lord, on contractual basis in the year 2014, my lord, by the director of my lord, State Institute of Rural Development, my lord, and my lord, for the period of 6 months. Time to time, the period extended and different Gao Panchayat, he was, my lord, appointed.
Yes, similar matters have been decided by the court.
Yes, my lord, your lordship decided, my
Are
lord.
they covered?
Ali Ahmad, my lord, Borbi, I divided. Here the difference is there, my lord. Here, my lord, there are all the employees of the Gao Panchayat was arrested, my lord, the same day. The BDO called all of them, and from his office, all the employees were arrested. And subsequently, they were released by this honorable court. Impugned order, page number 49, madam. The ground is only
Sir,
arrest.
this matter can't be decided in motion. We have to issue notice, short date. When can you obtain instruction?
This is from Morigaon. 2 weeks time.
Heard Mr. M. B. Kadil and counsel for the writ petitioner agreed by the order dated 28/6/2023, terminating the contractual service of the petitioner. The instant writ petition has been filed inter alia contending that the impugned order has been issued in violation of the principles of natural justice. Mr. N.K. Devnath, learned standing counsel, PNRD Assam, PNRD Department Assam, appearing for the respond numbers
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8, as well as Mr. D. Bora, learned government advocate Assam, appearing for the respond number 5, had prayed for 2 weeks time to obtain instruction in the matter. Over the line, Mr. Kadir submits that the petitioner's case is covered by a previous judgment of this court rendered in the case of give the judgment.
WPC 2977.
Rendered in the case of so party number case number will be what. Answer so 2 weeks time to obtain instruction in the matter. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable on 16/8/2023. Since the respondents are already represented, no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition, requisite in numbers, be furnished to the learned department council within 3 days from today, so as to enable them to obtain instruction and file affidavits.
Well, some protection maybe.
What protection?
My lord, at least, my lord, the post may not be.
Post cannot be filled up. If they do it, we'll set it aside. During pendency of the writ petition, they cannot do anything. It is
Obliged.
illegal.
Obliged.
For admission, item 11.
May I please, worship? My lord, the petitioner is serving as LDA, my lord, in the under Hailakandi Deputy Commissioner's Office, my lord. And what happened, my lord, his promotion has been stopped, my lord. As because they allege some tendency of the criminal cases. In that case, his name is also not there. And then departmental inquiry report has been submitted by the inquiry officer, my lord, page 42. Where clearly in the last paragraph, it is submitted by the inquiry officer that there is no involvement of the petitioner.
So what is the order passed by Hailakandi, CGM Hailakandi? Where is that order?
Page 28, my lord. Bail order.
And where is the order of the inquiry officer?
My lord, inquiry officer report page 42, last paragraph. Pending.
Yes.
Direct involvement, page 42. Direct involvement of Sri Kalpajyoti Bhattacharya in purchase of the circulation of fake counterfeit stamp papers could not be established. So also there is no clear evidence of receipt of any money by Sri Kalpajyoti Bhattacharya from the vendor, Sri Moinul Huda Lashkar. Thereafter, my lord, the petitioner has been reinstated. His present grievance is that the gap period has not been regularized, and as a consequence, he is not getting the promotion and other benefits. Department has filed the affidavit, my lord, admitting the same position.
Yes.
Your lordship, if your lordship peruses through the reinstatement order at page 47. Second paragraph. The question of regularization of period of suspension of the DO will depend upon the final inquiry report of Superintendent of Police CID Assam in Hailakandi police case number so and so. So that particular inquiry report is still pending. We have written to the DC office has written to the CID superintendent to furnish that particular inquiry report, and we have annexed those letters also, but we have communicated.
But how, what has suspension period got to do with inquiry report? If the inquiry report finds him guilty, he will be proceeded against.
Lordship,
What has regularization of suspension got to do with CID?
that is true, your lordship.
So then you please take your seat. Heard Mr. B. Prakash, the learned counsel for the writ petitioner, also heard Mr. D. Bora, learned government advocate Assam, appearing on behalf of all the respondents.
Your lordship.
So, the petitioner hearing.
Not respond number 1 and 2. GAD standing counsel is there.
Okay, and what about the other respondents? Respond numbers 1 and 2. None has appeared for respond numbers 3 to 6. Although the name of the, why you're not for deputy commissioner?
No, I'm not appearing for 1 and 2. I'm appearing for 3 to 6.
Actually, appearing for respond numbers 3 to 6. None has appeared for respond numbers 1 and 2, although the name of the learned standing counsel is duly reflected in the cause list. We'll stop. The writ petitioner hearing has approached this court with twin grievances. Firstly, that his period of suspension has not been regularized by the authorities for no valid reason. And secondly, the petitioner has been deprived of promotion for no justifiable reason. Full stop. The facts of the case, in a nutshell, are that the writ petitioner who was originally appointed as a junior assistant in the office of the Deputy Commissioner Hailakandi, that is the respondent number 4. Was placed under suspension by the order dated 12/4/2013 in the wake of an FIR being lodged on 04/04/2013 alleging certain irregularities. Full stop. The petitioner was not named in the FIR. Full stop. Notwithstanding the same, apprehending arrest in connection with what is the police case number not mentioned, is it? Apprehending arrest in connection with Hailakandi PS case number 115/2013, registered under section 258/420 of IPC on the basis of FIR dated 04/04/2013. The petitioner had approached this court by filing anticipatory bail application bearing AB number 1569/2013. First up, by order dated 23/4/2013, the petitioner was granted the benefit of order dated so and so, passed in AB number 1569/2013. The petitioner was directed to surrender before the Chief Judicial Magistrate Hailakandi within a period of 21 days, and in the meantime, it was provided that in the event of arrest, the petitioner would be enlarged on bail on furnishing PR bond or rupees 15,000 with one surety of like amount to the satisfaction of the CGM Hailakandi. Accordingly, the petitioner had surrendered before the Chief Judicial Magistrate CGM Hailakandi. Prothombar jot CGM ase Chief Judicial Magistrate Hailakandi. By order dated 24/4/2013, the learned CGM Hailakandi had extended the interim bail earlier granted to the petitioner. Full stop. Petitioner. In this manner, the petitioner was never arrested in connection. In this manner, for the aforesaid reasons, the petitioner was never arrested in connection with PS case number 115/2013. Full stop. In the meantime, the inquiry officer appointed for conducting an investigation on the allegation of irregularities in the department had submitted his report dated 21/3/2014. In the aforesaid report, the inquiry officer had concluded that there was no case of there was no evidence of involvement of the petitioner in any of the commission of any of the malpractices. In the wake of the inquiry report dated 21/3/2014, the respondent number 4 had passed an order dated 19/2/2015, reinstating the petitioner back in service. However, the period of suspension of the petitioner was not regularized. First up. Not only that, during the aforesaid period, employees junior to the petitioner have been promoted to the post of senior assistant. But the case of the petitioner has not been considered for promotion. Hence this writ petition. Mr. Purkasta submits that from the materials available on record, it will be evident that there is not an iota of material available so as to substantiate any allegation against the writ petitioner. Therefore, there was no justifiable ground for the authorities to deny him promotion. Moreover, the failure on the part of the departmental authorities to regularize the period of suspension of the petitioner is also highly illegal and arbitrary, inasmuch as the same has resulted into serious prejudice to the interest of the petitioner. Full stop. Responding to the above submissions made by the petitioner's counsel, Sri D. Bora, Government Advocate Assam, submits that the prayer for regularization of period of suspension of the petitioner would be considered after the investigation in connection with Hailakandi PS case number 115/2013 is brought to its logical end. Mr. Bora has, however, agreed in his usual fairness that as on date, there is no adverse material available against the petitioner. Full stop. Number one, law is well settled that an employee is placed under suspension in contemplation of drawing departmental proceeding. Full stop. In the present case, there is no doubt or dispute about the fact that the inquiry, that taking note of the inquiry report dated 21/3/2014, the authorities had decided not to proceed against the petitioner by instituting a departmental proceeding, and accordingly has reinstated him in his original post of junior assistant. If that be so, it is not understood as to how the respondents would have denied regularization of the period of suspension of the petitioner, since the same would have serious adverse consequences on the service career of the petitioner. Full stop. Moreover, if the petitioner is not found guilty of any misconduct, inasmuch as no departmental proceeding has either been initiated or is pending against him, the petitioner's claim for consideration of promotion also could not have been ignored by the authorities. Full stop. Having heard the submission of learned counsel for the parties and on going through the materials available on record, this court is therefore of the considered opinion that the writ petitioner has made out a good case for interference of this court in the matter. Full stop. This writ petition is therefore disposed of by directing the concerned respondents to regularize the period of suspension of the petitioner within 4 weeks from today. Full stop. The respondents shall also constitute a review DPC for consideration of petitioner's case for promotion from the post of junior assistant to senior assistant, with effect from the date on which his juniors were promoted, subject to the condition that the petitioner comes within the zone of consideration as per the relevant rules. Full stop. It is made clear that if the petitioner is charge sheeted in the PS case number so and so on conclusion of the conclusion or investigation, it would be open for the departmental authorities to take appropriate action in the matter as may be permissible in the eye of law. With the above observation, the writ petition stands disposable. It is, however, last line here, however.
Item 13.
Relationship.
In this matter, we were directed to file the affidavit in office and we are filing it during the course of the day, madam.
May I please, your lordship? Respondent number 2 has filed an affidavit on last Friday, your lordship. So we seek 4 weeks time to file our.
Your name, please?
P. Daimari on behalf of P.K. Deka.
Mr. P. Daimaril, learned counsel for the petitioner, has appeared in 4 weeks' time to obtain instruction and file rejoinder in respect of the counter affidavit filed by the respondent number 2. Mr. D.K. Devnath, learned standing counsel, PNRD Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers
1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
1, 2. You are appearing for 2 also. The 2 has already filed.
Manoj, actually, that was found to be defective. So we actually rectifying the defect and filing it today.
But
He
we
probably-
throw it out of the record. How can you do it on your own? Once you file an affidavit, you can't file another affidavit.
No, there was a defect, Manoj. We're clearing the defect and
No, have you taken the leave of the court? Have you obtained the leave of the court? You can't do it on your own.
there was some defect by the stated by the registry, Manoj. And the filing section.
So they have served us the copy on Friday.
Direct counsel appearing for respondent numbers 1, 2,
1, 2, 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6, who submits that the copy of the counter affidavit served upon the petitioner's counsel earlier will not be filed due to some defect in the said affidavit, and therefore the department is in the process of filing a counter affidavit during the course of the day by serving fresh copy upon the petitioner's counsel. Be that as it may, in view of the above developments, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks so as to enable the parties to exchange pleadings.
Oblige, your
Oblige.
Item 14.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, the matter here pertains to appointment of the petitioner lordship under the PWD department. Lordship, on the last set, instructions we sought for regarding the application lordship, of the petition.
My lord, they are surrendered militants, my lord. 3 petitioners here. As of today, my lord, we don't have that for this appointments. We cannot. But we have some other schemes, financial schemes, my lord. That has been, my lord. Now, this is the policy decision of the government, my lord. So government, my lord, can give 1.5 lakh each to them as one-time grant to start, my lord, some business. That is called, the scheme is called, my lord, Savalambam scheme. My lord, in first page, para 1, this serial number 1, my lord, my lord, fine. The petitioner may be regulated under the existing Savalambam scheme of the government of Assam, in which 1.5 lakhs rupees is given as one-time grant for former militants. And that it's almost like sanction, my lord. In the last page, this surrender this rehabilitation, this police department, the SB, they have already, my lord, given a consent that let them approach and we'll give them 1.5 lakhs one-time grant in aid. It is non-refundable, obvious, my lord. So that they can do some business out of it. This is the schemes now we have.
Lordship, my case is that it has been processed.
We'll
and
post it
pending.
for hearing then, because if you are agreeable to this, fine. Otherwise, the matter has to be heard.
But Lordship,
You want something, he wants something. We'll decide who is correct.
my simple case is the Lordship, it has been processed pending for approval. That is my case.
That is,
Lordship, when
that is what, my lord, they are in mid-50s. That is what.
Okay, you file your affidavit then.
My lord.
Mr. Talukdar and counsel for the petitioner, peruse the order dated 27/2023 passed by this court. Mr. Dhar Lanet, additional senior government advocate Assam, has obtained written instruction dated 22/7/2023 and placed the same before this court. As per the written instruction, the government is willing to extend a one-time financial aid of rupees 1.5 lakhs to the read petitioners so as to start their own enterprise. However, insofar as the prayer for government job made by the petitioners is concerned, Mr. Dhar submits that the said scheme is no longer in existence.
And
moreover,
they are in mid-50s.
Since the petitioners are both in mid-50s, hence they have exceeded the age of appointment in government job. Mr. Ms. Talukdar, learned counsel for the petitioner, on the other hand, has strongly argued that since the case of the petitioners for appointment in government job is still under process, a writ of mandamus be issued by this court. Taking note of the submission of learned counsel for both the parties, this court is of the opinion that the matter would require deeper consideration. As such, this case for final hearing in the third week of September 2023. In the meantime, the respondents may file additional affidavit incorporating the stand taken in the written instruction dated 22/7/2020. It will be difficult. You can try, but it will be difficult because the law will come in your way.
But my case is that just pending for approval.
I'll
otherwise
tell
the
you
process-
something.
Lordship.
Writ is a equitable relief.
Lordship.
No writ can be issued which is contrary to requirement of statute.
Lordship.
If the statute says age of recruitment is 40 years, writ court cannot say appoint a 45 years. But if it is 40 years and other criteria are met, but for some reason the persons are discriminated, then the writ court can issue a writ to enforce the authorities compelling them to do their duty. Right? You must read this law, it will help you in future. Asking for something, give me this, that is not the purpose of writ court. Writ court is supposed to protect the rights of the citizen. Right? It is not a forum where you go and ask for anything and you get it. That's not the forum. But that confusion is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Everybody thinks that you go to the writ court, ask for anything you want and a writ of mandamus will come, that's it. That's not how it operates. You must make your claim which is within the parameters of the law. And a writ can be issued to enforce that right. That is why there is a statement which is not there nowadays, that what is the right you are seeking to enforce, we have to write it. Nowadays, nobody writes because most of the people don't even know this is the. All right, you do some reading, it will help you. Okay.
Lordship, I'll come prepared next.
This is perhaps.
Lordship, we have received the instructions and Lordship may give us some time, we'll file an affidavit. And no records, neither any supporting documents were found.
What is this matter about?
Lordship, this is in regard to Lordship, paying the minimum pay scale to the workers employees who were appointed prior to Lordship
1993.
1/4/1993, Lordship. The petitioners were left out in the first phase and in the second phase, Lordship, in the year 2019, another batch of 99 employees were regularized. Again, they left out, and subsequently the process of the left out employees were initiated for giving the fixed payment, Lordship. But from 2000, last communication is, Lordship, to 2021, Lordship. Thereafter, it is in the stage of stall.
So petitioners were appointed prior to 1/4/93.
1/4/93.
If they are appointed prior to 1/4/93, then you have to give them.
Lordship, but no records were found against
That's
them.
they are not supposed to maintain records. Records are not found is your problem. You cannot bifurcate amongst pre-1/4/93 that some we have record, others we don't know, there was a mistake. I have seen other cases also. The department counsel says there was a mistake, but mistake has happened, so it has happened, forget it. That kind of submission the writ court cannot accept.
Lordship.
If you regularized pre-1/4/93, how can you leave out some? Because your officer failed to mention somebody's name.
Probably, Lordship, they did not work continuously.
No, Lordship, that is.
Probably they did. Probably they did not, but probably they did.
Lordship may give us.
But
some
how
time.
can you say that we don't have records? Either ways, you will have to have records to show us what is happening. He has come before the court, he is asking for a writ. We cannot casually deny it. The facts have to be clear. You have not filed affidavit.
No, we'll file affidavit. Lordship.
6 weeks, for that time is last chance. Heard Mr. U. Dattalani, counsel for the petition, also heard Ms. M. Kalita, Planet Department Counsel appearing for the Forest Department, who submits that some instructions have been received and therefore 4 weeks time be granted for placing those on record in the form of affidavit. Considering the nature of issues involved in this writ petition, the prayer made by Ms. Kalita is here allowed. Let this writ petition be listed again after 6 weeks as a fixed item. In the meantime, affidavit on behalf of the department be brought on record.
Obliged.
May I plead the lordship? My lord, the petitioner, my lord, he is a grade 4 employee, my lord. He is serving in the office of the Registrar of Cooperative Societies. He is claiming promotion to the post of grade 3, my lord. So, my lord, his basic qualification is high secondary pass. So, as per the earlier rule, my lord, because 2 vacancy arose in the year 2014, my lord. So, accordingly, he approached the authorities, my lord, and thereafter, in the gradation list, his name was at serial number 9. Because of that, my lord, when 2 vacancies were there, my lord, the zone of consideration was 1:4, and up to gradation list, serial number 8 has been considered, so petitioner left out. And thereafter, my lord, that is apparent from the minute stated, my lord, 8/8/2017, your lordship will file at page 32, my lord.
Yes, what is your stand, Mr. Taluja?
My lord, in fact, even if, my lord, his case is considered in terms of the unamended rules, my lord, he does not come within the zone of consideration. One post, my lord, 1:4. His placement is at serial number 8. Page, my lord, 39.
Your lordship may kindly come to, because he has already.
Please let him one by one,
Yes,
not
my
like
lord.
this.
Yes, ma'am.
Page 30.
39, my lord. This is the gradation list. He is annexed, my lord. Serial 8, Kondorbo Kumar Bodol. And there is a, my lord, earlier round of litigation where the division bench of this honorable court has affirmed, my lord, his placement, my lord, in the gradation list, my lord.
So today also he is at serial number 8.
8.
And the rule says 1:4.
Yes, 1:4.
May I point out only one thing, my lord? Division bench judgment says page 38, my lord. Page 38. Kindly 2 lines, my lord. Last paragraph 5, my lord. Last line. Accordingly, we dismiss the writ appeal. However, since we have been informed that out of the aforesaid 2 posts of junior assistant, only 1 post has been filled up in the earlier minutes. The authorities in the cooperation department shall immediately undertake an exercise to fill up the remaining 1 post of junior assistant, considering the candidature of the writ appellant along with other eligible candidates in accordance with law. Thereafter, my lord, this gradation list has been published, Annexure 12, page 39, my lord. And page 39, my lord, that my learned friend has pointed out. Thereafter, a minutes have held, my lord. The relevant portion your lordship will find at page 41. At page 41, last paragraph. Also, the committee observed the zone of consideration of grade 4 staff on the ratio 1:4, that is serial number 1:16. Means that time, my lord, another 3 vacancy occurred, my lord. So there, with the vacancy of prior to 2014, my lord, the vacancy come to 4, my lord. So up to 1:16 of the gradation list, and found that Sri Orupjyoti Talukdar, peon of this directorate, is only candidate who fulfill the criteria laid down, ruled so and so, so and so. And in the gradation list, my lord, Orupjyoti Talukdar, he is at serial number 16, my lord, page 39. The petitioner has been denied promotion because, my lord, his qualification is not bachelor. He is not a bachelor degree holder. He is high secondary pass, my lord. Otherwise, he is senior to this Orupjyoti Talukdar. And the vacancy was of 2014, my lord, when he fulfilled the required eligibility criteria also. So against that vacancy, my lord, he is claiming promotion, my lord.
So this matter will require a determination. It's not a consideration. You don't want to file affidavit?
But I'll file it.
Huh?
I will file affidavit, man. It will be necessary.
The question here is, what will be the qualification required here?
Yes.
The qualification, and then we have not made them parties.
No.
No, because there are available vacancies, my lord. That
All right, at your risk, you do whatever you want. We are not here to advise. All right, heard Mr. T.P. Bora, learned counsel for the writ petition. Also heard Mr. S.K. Talukdar, learned standing counsel, Cooperation Department, Assam, appearing for the respond numbers
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2, who brings for and is granted 4 weeks further time as last opportunity for filing counter affidavit. In this case, registered to list this matter again after 6 weeks as fixed item by incorporating affidavit, if any, filed by the respondent.
Because there are clear vacancies, that's why I have not made party, my lord. I do not have any grievance against the private respondent, my lord. Obliged, my lord.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, this is a prayer for my lord. Matter is for compassionate appointment, my lord. My lord, my father, my lord, while he was doing as a head constable in border security force, he died during his service. And my lord, thereafter, my lord, he died on 2/11/2017. Thereafter, my lord, I applied 21/9/2017. My father expired. My lord, 21/9.
What is the relief you want?
My lord, for my consideration, my lord. For consideration of my candidacy for compassionate appointment, my lord.
How can it be done? 3/9/2017, the scheme was withdrawn. You are not aware.
Lordship, this is central government.
Central government, my lord.
Scheme is still there.
Lordship, yes, Lordship, time is not a factor for appointment on compassionate appointment. Lordship may kindly see page 29. Clause 8. So, but other factors are there. Penurious condition, deserving candidate, etc. are there, but time that is withdrawn.
Okay, time is not
a
central
factor
government. Yes.
for consideration, Lordship.
So why his case has not been considered?
His case is under consideration. We sought for certain documents. Subsequently, he submitted those documents. Then we asked him that please wait for some time because pension payment order of his father is an essential document. During when his candidature is considered, Lordship, his sister, who is also getting the father's pension, also applied for the same compassionate appointment. So 2 persons for 1 post. Now he had filed one reply that he had submitted affidavit that they are not objecting if he will be admitted. So whether it is received or not, that instruction I don't have. He had sent it by register for as per his affidavit in reply, Lordship.
So we'll dispose it of that,
Lordship.
asking him to appear before the authorities
Yes,
with all
Lordship.
documents.
Yes.
And once the documents are furnished, within 3 months,
If-
complete the
yes.
consideration, pass appropriate orders. That's all.
Yes, my
Heard
lord.
Mr. M. Datta, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. B. Sharma, learned standing counsel CGC, appearing for the respondents. Full stop. The petitioner's father was serving as head constable under the Border Security Force (BSF) close 163 Battalion. Full stop. He died in harness on 21/9/2017. Full stop. Having lost the sole breadwinner of the family, the writ petitioner, being his son, had submitted an application on 02/11/2017, praying for appointing him on compassionate ground. However, despite receipt of such application, no order of appointment has been issued till today. Hence this writ petition. Full stop. Ms. B. Sharma, learned CGC, on the other hand, submits that the authorities have received the application submitted by the petitioner, but due to non-availability of certain vital documents, including the pension payment order (PPO), applicable in this case, there has been some delay in processing the same. Full stop. It is also the submission of Ms. Sharma that not only the petitioner, even his sister, namely, you have the name?
Miss Promi Khaklari.
Miss Promi Khaklari
on
has
14/9/20.
submitted an application on 14/9/2020 seeking appointment on compassionate ground. Full stop. However, as per the scheme, two persons cannot be appointed on compassionate ground from the same family and on account of the death of the same person. Full stop. Ms. Sharma therefore sums up her argument by contending that unless these issues are sorted out, it would be difficult for the authorities to take a final stand in the matter. Full stop. Mr. Datta has responded to the said arguments by submitting that his sister, Ms. Pomi Khatmeri,
Submitted an application, my lord. I submitted, my lord, page 34, my lord.
that's right, I've recorded it, is willing to withdraw her application.
Yes, yes. my lord.
And the
Along with an
petitioner
affidavit.
would also furnish all necessary documents before the authorities for processing his application for appointment on compassionate ground. Full stop. It is also the submission of Mr. Datta that the petitioner's sister, namely Ms. Pomi Khatmeri, will submit an affidavit by,
Has already submitted,
has already submitted an affidavit
along with a
Like-
letter,
along with
a letter dated 7/11/2022.
along with a letter dated 7/11/2022,
Communicating
clarifying that she is no longer pressing the application for appointment on compassionate ground. Full stop. After hearing the submission of learned counsel for both the sides, this court is of the opinion that there is no serious opposition to the relief prayed for by the petitioner. Full stop. It appears that merely due to some procedural reasons, the application of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate ground could not be finalized till today. In view of the above, and as agreed to by learned counsel for both the sides, this writ petition is disposed of by providing that within 3 weeks from today, the petitioner will appear before the competent authority, namely the respondent number,
Respondent number, my lord,
Three lordship, command
respondent number 3, along with 3, and furnish all necessary documents as may be required for processing the application of the petitioner. First of, on receipt of all such documents, the application of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate ground be processed and a final order be passed in respect thereof as expeditiously as possible, but not later than three months thereafter. First of, with the above observation, the writ petition stands closed.
my lord, may I make it 1 month, my lord, it's because he has to travel to, my lord,
Jammu
Jammu and
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
1 month, 3 weeks to 1 month.
lordship, in accordance with the press guidelines, lordship.
Finalize that in accordance with the
Guidelines in
conditions of the scheme as well as the guidelines applicable in respect thereof. With the above observation, this writ petition stands disposed of.
Some documents is disturbing, my lord. What are those documents, my lord? They have never said me. There's the difficulty. Whatever documents I have already placed.
Acha, you add one more line. Whatever documents are required to be submitted by the petitioner shall be intimated to him in writing within 2 weeks from today. Ms. B. Sharma, CGC, would take all necessary steps on that behalf. Rest part will be after that. Within 2 weeks, he will inform what documents are there.
Deeply obliged.
Because he has to know, otherwise he will go to Jammu and Kashmir. You tell him that get this, how will he get it?
Yes, my lord. Deeply obliged.
Yeah, what is the matter?
National Lordship, in the selection process, Lordship, that in the state level recruitment board, Lordship, that there is a produce one computer certificate, Lordship. Our stand is that is a fake certificate, Lordship, and an instruction
None
received.
appears for the writ petitioner when the matter is called up. Mr. A. Chakraborty, learned government advocate Assam is present and brings for 4 weeks further time to file affidavit. Prayer allowed, Mr.
Obliged.
Item 20.
May I please, Your Lordship, in this case relates to my lord, veterinary field assistant, my lord. Selection and training for veterinary field assistant at Ghungur Future Medical College Hospital. Man. What happened, my lord, earlier the petitioner's candidate has approached this honorable court by filing a writ petition. And that writ petition was disposed of by order dated. Your Lordship will find at page 34, order 24/5/2019. The relevant part, paragraph 3, an advertisement was issued on 29/7/17 inviting application for eligible male candidates for undergoing same course for 2017-18 session. The criteria of eligibility mentioned in the said advertisement reads as follows. Entry for a minimum educational qualification required for admission is HS Science passed with biology as a subject from recognized university, so and so, so and so, so and so. According to the petitioners, all the petitioners are matriculate and not all of them have passed HS Science with biology as subject. This qualification has been recently amended, and though the petitioners are eligible as per unamended rules, because of the aforesaid specific stipulation in the advertisement, they could not apply accordingly. Being aggrieved, they approach this honorable court. Then, my lord, your lordship will find
So why this matter has been listed today?
admission, my lord.
We'll admit it. Heard Mr. B. Sinha, counsel for the petitioner, also heard Ms.
MM Kotoke
Kotoki, learned standing counsel,
for animal husbandry and veterinary.
veterinary and animal husbandry department, Assam, appearing for the respondents,
1 and 2, my lord.
1 and 2, and only 2 respondents.
2 respondents,
my
my lord.
Pleading
You filed your
complicated.
affidavit.
Pleading
Yes,
complicated.
my lord.
And well,
It is submit her, yes.
the thing is that every year the advertisements are coming up. So
Ah.
it needs to be disposed of by early money. Just I'm requesting paying before this.
All right.
A date may be
It is
fixed for.
submitted at the bar that pleadings are complete in
Agreed.
this case and the writ petition can be taken up for disposal at this stage of admission. In view of the above, and as requested by the learned counsel for the parties, registry to list this matter on 22nd August 2023 in the column of disposal at the stage of admission hearing as a fixed item.
Obliged, lordship.
Item 21.
May I please, Your Lordship? Now, in this case, my lord, pursuant to a departmental proceeding, my lord, petitioner is convicted by the my lord, authority concerned, and his punishment is, my lord, reduction is, my lord, scale pay. And for that, my lord, we are before the honorable court, my lord, and that order is affirmed by the my lord, appellate and revisional authority, my lord.
So this will have to be finally heard.
Yes, Lordship.
Pleadings are complete.
Yes, Lordship.
We'll admit it and
Yes,
post it in the month of
Lordship.
September or October. Records will be necessary.
Yeah, I will get the records.
Heard Mr. K. Raman,
Yes.
counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary, learned DSGI appearing for the respondents. Since an order of penalty dated 28/2021 is under challenge in this writ petition, the matter will have to be finally heard and decided after perusal of the departmental records. Full stop. Admit the writ petition, since the parties are already represented, no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. The parties have also exchanged pleadings, as such registry to list this matter again for hearing in the 3rd week of September 2023 on a non-miscellaneous day. The learned departmental counsel to produce the record on the next day.
Much.
Item 22.
22, Lordship, I am praying for some more time, Lordship, for getting the instructions, Lordship.
My lord, they have filed affidavit, my lord.
Affidavit আছে কিন্তু তাৰ পিছত বেলেগ দিয়া নাই জানো তোমালোকক ক'ত এফআইআৰ কৰিব পাৰি বুলি affidavit খন আছে affidavit Though we have filed our affidavit, Lordship, in this affidavit we have stated that as because they don't belong to that Gauripur ICDS project, accordingly their cases for promotion could not be considered. So that is our affidavit. Affidavit should have 9.
But do you have a copy of your affidavit?
Lordship.
Do you have a copy of your affidavit?
Yes, Lordship, I have a copy of the affidavit.
You don't have to file any rejoinder.
My lord,
No rejoinder is required.
not required, my lord.
All right. Mr. A. Ramal, I counsel appearing for the read petitioner submit that a copy of the counter affidavit filed on behalf of respondent number 7 has been received by him, but no rejoinder affidavit is called for. In this case, Mr. H. Raman, Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam on the other hand. 6 posting of this matter after 3 weeks so as to enable him to obtain updated instruction.
As because thereafter there is an order of your lordship, that is right.
Updated instruction in terms of the order dated 12/5.
On that day, your lordship was not aware regarding the affidavit filed by the respondent. My lord, my prayer
Oh,
is very
that,
simple.
that may be their lordship. I'm not aware about that. But affidavit is that clear that as because they don't belong to that ICDS project, Gauripur ICDS project, accordingly, their cases for promotion could not be considered. They belong to some other ICDS project.
Then we'll close the matter.
Lordship, that way.
Because he doesn't want to file rejoinder.
Lordship.
Yes, my lord. In the guidelines, my lord, there is no, it is nowhere mentioned that the helper cannot be promoted to the post of worker in different ICDS project. But within the same revenue village, we are claiming for promotion, your lordship. Problem is that, my lord,
Promotion means what? Promotion is what?
promotion from helper to worker. My lord, in the same revenue village, there is two center, my lord. One center falls under a Gauripur ICDS project and another one is falls another ICDS
So
project.
is there any
But the same revenue village.
any rule or guideline which prohibits on what basis the stand has been taken?
Lordship, that is why lordship, that instructions yet to get.
My lord, guideline, I have annexed, your lordship.
As because your lordship just specifically
Are you
directed
both
us
ready for a disposal today or
regarding that instructions, lordship, I am not lordship.
then continue with the order? On the request of Mr. Sharma, this matter is directed to be listed again after 3 weeks as a fixed
Lordship,
item for admission.
In the
May I please? In this case, my lord, the case of the petitioner has been rejected by the DLC. By impugned minors, my lord, dated 5/8/2017, 11 portion, page 30, serial number 1. On the ground of lack of vacancy.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Let's come to page 24 for a moment.
24.
Yes, your lordship, that is the minutes dated 5/8/2017.
Yes.
Lordship may come to point number 5. The district head of departments are requested to ensure that all cases once rejected due to genuine reason by district level committee are not to be sent again. Now lordship may come to page number 31. At
This
that
is-
time, your lordship, the
1 minute, page 24 is, what is this?
it's the minutes dated, minutes placed by the DLC in 2017.
All right. Yes, now page number.
31, your lordship. Lordship, he was rejected due to want of vacancy. So at that time, cadre strength was 25 numbers, 5% quota. That comes to 1.25. So 2 persons were already recommended. And his was on the third number. So he could not be considered. Moreover, your lordship, this minutes is of 2017. And now it's 2023. 7 years have passed already. Yes, he's challenging this minutes now. And he died in harness on 2013.
Clause 15 of 2001/6/2014 or 15?
15.
Huh?
15, your lordship.
Then the father died when?
19/11/2013, ma'am.
Then the law is settled that 2015 notification will not be applicable for 2013.
On the day of consideration, the melody, they have considered in the year 2017 melody. On that day, the notification was there. Ma'am.
But in 2017, he
These
was
have become
already.
never-ending business. I'll dismiss it on the ground of delay. You can conclude your arguments. You can't go on endlessly going on with this compassionate appointment, compassionate. You complete your submission, but I'll dismiss it.
And I leave it to your lordship, my lord,
Yes,
because
there's
the
nothing that can be done. These are too hassle-some things. 2013, something happened. We are in 23 now. Question doesn't arise. His application was rejected. And you have approached this court after 5 years, 6 years.
really, I cannot.
Heard Mr. B. Pukas, the learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, also heard Miss M. Kalita, learned standing counsel. This is Forest or PHE?
PhD department.
PHE department, Assam, appearing for the respond numbers
1, 4, 5, and 6, your lordship.
1, 4, 5, and 6. Mr. D. Bora, learned government advocate, Assam, is present.
2 and
They
3.
have Respond numbers 2 and 3. Good stuff. The facts of the case in a nutshell is that the father of the petitioner, VIZ, late Aziruddin Lashkar, while working as a khalasi in the establishment of executive engineer bracket PHE bracket close, Silchar, Kachar, Assam, died in harness on 19/11/2013, leaving behind his wife, and 3 daughters, including the writ petitioner. Since the death of late Aziruddin Lashkar took away the sole bread earner in the family, the writ petitioner had submitted an application dated. What is the date of the application?
Application, my lord, 18/12/2013, my lord.
18/12/2013.
13. Within time.
Seeking appointment on compassionate ground. Full stop. The application so submitted was forwarded by the district level committee bracket DLC bracket Kachar, recommending her appointment. However, by the minutes of meeting of the state level committee held on
5/8/2017.
where is it? Which page?
Page number 24, your lordship.
At the district level is rejected.
Yes,
Acha. However, by the recommended line, by the resolution adopted in the meeting of the district level committee bracket DLC, Kachar, held on 05/08/2017, the application of the petitioner was rejected on the ground that the 5% quota of vacancies meant to be filled up by way of compassionate appointment had already been exhausted. Full stop. Assailing the resolution dated 5/8/2017, insofar as the same rejects the application of the petitioner, the instant writ petition has been filed on
4th May.
9th May 2023. Inter alia alleging that the case of the petitioner for appointment was not considered against vacancies of other department as per clause 15 of the government OM dated 1/6/2015. Full stop. Mr. Purkasta submits that even if 5% quota in the PHE department at Kachar was exhausted, even then the authorities could have considered the application of the petitioner for appointment in any other department. Full stop. Ms. Kalita, learned standing counsel PHE department, others, on the other hand, submits that against submits that there were 25 vacancies in the under the establishment of PH in Kachar district. And therefore 5% vacancies would amount to 1.25
That is two posts.
vacancies posts.
That is two posts.
Full stop. 2 persons were already absorbed against the aforesaid posts. And therefore, there was no scope for accommodating the petitioner. Full stop. Contending that a resolution dated 5/8/2017 is under challenge in the present proceeding instituted after 6 years. Ms. Kalita has prayed for dismissal of the writ petition on the ground of delay in matches. Full stop. Similar is the stand of Mr. Bora, and government advocate Assam appearing for the respondents. Full stop. It is to be noted herein that the father of the petitioner died way back in the year 2013. The application of the petitioner was rejected in the year 2017. But the instant writ petition has been filed nearly 6 years thereafter. Full stop. What is the explanation for delay?
Initially, we are not given the copy of the minors, my lord. But subsequently, after pursuing in the office of the district, we have procured it. It took some time, and the financial condition.
The only explanation furnished by the petitioner is that she was not aware of the resolution adopted by the district level committee. Full stop. Be that as it may, if the petitioner was really in need of employment and was need of an employment, then it was incumbent upon her to pursue the matter more diligently. Moreover, once the DLC has taken a decision which is in consonance with the requirement of the scheme, the aforesaid matter cannot be reopened at this point of time, only to explore whether other vacancies were available at that point of time, so as to consider the case of the petitioner. As such a approach would lead to multiplicity of legal proceedings. Full stop. Having regard to the peculiar, full stop. Moreover, the element of compassion in the opinion of this case court is also lost in the matter, since the petitioner has evidently survived for more than 10 years after the premature demise of her father. Considering the peculiar facts and circumstances of the case as noticed above, this court is therefore of the opinion that this is not a fit case where the impugned resolution of the DLC dated so and so deserves to be interfered with by this court. Consequently, this writ petition is held to be without any merit, and the same is accordingly requested.
Item 24.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, kindly pass over this matter for time being, lordship.
Well, in fact, my lord, we received the instruction and we prepared the affidavit. So some time otherwise also required. The affidavit is required to file. We send it for
The
vetting.
petitioner's counsel is present. Mr. U. Goswami, Lanas CGC, appearing for the respondent, submits that the affidavit has been prepared and the same has been sent for vetting. As such, 3 weeks time be granted for filing the affidavit.
Highly obliged.
They are allowed, list accordingly.
For orders, item 25.
Lord, balance interest amount only, my lord. Some, my lord, 95,189 rupees.
Your lordship, we have sought for the instruction, lordship, but the instruction is still awaited. So, lordship, kindly 2 weeks time may be granted.
Heard Mr. Ejdas, Lord Counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr.
M. Zaman.
M. Zaman.
Yes, your lordship.
Learned counsel appearing for the
Respondent.
Assam seat.
Assam Seat Corporation. lordship.
sole respondent who prays for and is granted 2 weeks further time and last chance to obtain instruction. So as to appraise this court as to what action has been taken for complete compliance of the court's order. List accordingly.
Item 26.
May I please, your lordship, kindly matter may be adjourned for 2 weeks, lordship. My senior is in hospitalized, lordship.
On the
Repeat
prayer of
for
the
me.
petitioners council, this matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks. Mr. M. Nath, Planet Senior Counsel. is
Respondent
present on behalf of respondent number 2.
One, my.
One. And who is for respondent number 2?
No, there is a two incumbents were impeded last occasion, but notice of notice, lordship, we should notice in the meantime, my lord. I think that will help us.
Let us senior come back.
Fine, fine.
Item 27.
Yes, orders have been complied with.
My lords, speaking orders have been passed, my lord, they've been communicated also.
So that is item 27.
27, my lords, 27,
29 and
29 and 30, my lords.
Speaking orders have been. passed.
Instruction about this, my lord.
No,
I'll give them
keep the
copies also.
Give him copy and give us a copy also. Heard Mr. P.K. Bordoloi, Learned Counsel, appearing for the petitioners. Also heard Mr. B. Chaudhary, Learned Counsel, representing the respondent, who has produced a copy of the speaking order dated
29th May 2023, my lords.
29th May 2023 to submit that the order of this court has already been complied with. Retaining a copy of the order dated so and so in the record of this case, this contempt case stands closed. Same order in all 3 cases. If the petitioner is aggrieved by the speaking order passed by the authority in any manner, it will be open for them to approach this court once again by filing a fresh petition. All right, this contempt case stands closed. Same order in
27, 29 or 30.
27, 29 and 30.
Deeply observed.
Yes.
Item 28.
May I pray? It's a matter regarding non-payment of retirement benefits money. I retired in 2018. The last 5 years I'm waiting for leave encashment and gratuity. The order is at page 9, start from 8, relevant portion page 9. There is a clear direction from this honorable court. Last paragraph. With a direction to the petitioner to file a fresh representation before the respondent number 5 within a period of 1 month from today, and respondent number 5 within.
Petition night. What is the matter about?
Regarding non-payment of retirement benefits, that is leave encashment and gratuity.
Petitioner retired when?
When 31/10/2018. From Assam Plantation Crops Development Corporation.
So he has not been paid? What are the
leave encashment and gratuity?
And what is the order of this court stated?
Order of 31/3/2021.
Yes, you are appearing for whom?
My lord, here what has happened, the respondent, Anamika Tamuli, she has been transferred recently, my lord. She has been transferred recently.
But we'll call her personally. Why this order has not been complied with?
My lord, then,
Before her transfer, why she did not comply with?
my lord, she has been trying to communicate, my lord. They had tried to communicate, my lord. They had the MD, she had intimated the letter dated 10/3/2023 to the director, and the director had again asked for the breakup of the arrear salaries of all the petitioners. My lord, some time may be given, then I will get the updated instructions.
No, time is over. Time is up. But she is the only respondent here.
Yes,
And he says she's been transferred.
my lord.
So,
I will file appropriate application for impleting the new incumbent. That's a
but
different.
the direction is to her also.
Yes.
There are other two also.
Yes.
But why have you not impleted them? The
The direction is
Commissioner
only to
Finance.
them, she only, response number 5 only,
Managing Director, my lord.
managing director.
And what is mentioned in the affidavit filed by the respondent?
They said that they have paragraph 7.
Hmm.
Paragraph 7, they have stated.
So, Mr. Bhattacharya, the problem is, you see, when the court wants to do it, you don't allow it. Financial matters without the finance department, nothing can be done.
But direction was not there.
Maybe,
My-
maybe. You take your time, it will take another 5 years. What to do? You are the one who is creating problem in these matters. Anyway, on the request of Mr. A. Bhattacharya, Learned Counsel for this matter stands adjourned for 3 weeks so as to enable him to file appropriate application for implement of the new incumbent. In the meantime, Mr. Your name please?
A.D.
A.
Day.
Day.
Yes,
DUI.
yes.
Learned Counsel appearing for the sole respondent. 6. Some more time to obtain specific instruction as to the steps taken by the sole respondent before her transfer to implement the court's order.
Mashallah.
Right.
May I please? But in this case, payment has a non-compliance of the order, my lord. Page 17, my lord. 19 is the operating.
Page 17.
Yes. 19 is the orders regarding MSCPS benefit, my lord. Last occasion, they've taken time for compliance within the period of 6 months.
Who is appearing for the respondents here?
PG department, my lord, Gogoi, Mr. Gogoi.
Yes.
My lord, we have received instruction, lordship. The thing is that the petitioner's proposal was not placed before the meeting because there was no undertaking from him regarding there is no criminal or DP pending against him for the MSCP matter. In an instruction, he said the proposal can be placed in next meeting, lordship. Now I have to take instruction when is the next meeting will be held here, the screening committee meeting of this year.
This is the last time instruction before 6 months, my lord, and we have submitted before 6 months.
Because-
everything.
So I have to take the instruction at what time and what date the next screening committee, because here my instruction said that the next committee, which is to be held in a calendar.
Who is to constitute this screening committee meeting?
Screening committee meeting is the secretary, lordship.
Secretary.
Yes, sir, lordship.
That is response number 1.
That's for number 1.
He will come personally if the order is not complied with in the meantime. Heard Mr. B. Prakash, the Learned Counsel appearing for the petitioners. Also heard Mr. R. R. Gogoi, Learned Counsel appearing for the respondents.
For respond.
Full stop. It appears that the order dated 10/1/2022 passed by this court directing that the petitioner be granted the benefits of MSCP within 3 months has not been complied with till today. Full stop. When these matters, when this contempt case is taken up by this court, the Learned Counsel for the respondent seeks time on one ground or the other. Full stop. The fact of the matter is that the case of the petitioner has not yet been placed before the screening committee of the MSCP, and there is no clarity as to the recourse sought to be adopted by the departmental authorities for compliance of the court's order. Mr. Be that as it may, on the request of Mr. R.R. Gogoi, learned counsel for the respondents, time is granted till 21st of August 2023 to comply with the court's order. First up. However, if for any reason the order of this court is not complied with on or before the next date fixed, the respondent number 1, that is the respondent number 1 and 2 shall remain personally present before this court along with the departmental records so as to answer the queries of this court. A copy of this order be furnished to Mr. Gogoi, learned counsel for the respondents within 2 days from today, while acknowledging receipt in writing. No, instead of all right. We'll give you a little more time. Where is Mr. Purkasta? Instead of 21st August, we'll make it 28 August. 28 August.
The content matter, we have taken steps twice. It was served also as part of his note. There is no representative from the respondent, madam.
Who is the sole respondent here?
Direction was given to him, madam.
What is the order?
This is regarding pending bill of a practicing advocate from this bar, my lord. He conducted a case, part payment was made and part was not paid, my lord. So the learned single judge directed that there was some discrepancy in the bill. You submit a fresh bill with all particulars, my lord. And that was done, my lord. But nothing has been done till date, my lord.
Who is the PNRD standing counsel? Can you call someone?
My lord.
We'll just see what can be done.
Lordship, we have received instruction like to file an affidavit on this, Your Lordship.
My lord, only the thing is that the matter has been listed last 9 months back and today it has been listed. So date may be fixed, lord.
All right. Take down. Heard Mr. A. Deka, counsel appearing for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. R.R. Gogoi, learned counsel representing the respondent who submits that he has received instruction and therefore be permitted 3 weeks time to place the same on record in the form of an affidavit. Prayer allowed. The request of learned counsel for both the sides. Let this matter be listed again on 23rd of August.
Lord.
Item 35.
None appears for the petitioner call matter stands adjourned for 3 weeks.
Item 36.
Yes, what is it?
My lord, actually, B. Sharma is appearing in this case. He already filed affidavit for resolution number 1, 2, and 3. Now today is for orders, but he is not, he is out of station, basically, Bidut Sharma.
So order is he is out of station. That is
No, my lord, why orders listed, my lord, I don't know, my lord, but we have already filed affidavit for resolution number 1, 2, and 3.
You have filed rejoinder.
My lord.
Mr. R. Majumdar, learned counsel for the petitioner, as well as Mr. K.K. Parakar, learned CGC appearing for the respondent, have jointly submitted that pleadings have been exchanged by and between the parties, and therefore this matter can be taken up for disposal. As such, on the request of learned, what is the matter about?
My lord, APR, downgradation of APR. The annual performance appraisal report.
Learned counsel for the parties, let this matter be listed again in the 4th week of September on a non-miscellaneous day as a fixed item for disposal.
Obliged.
Item 38.
May it please your lordship, we have filed our affidavit in reply in this matter. May the matter be fixed for hearing.
Is it on record, affidavit in reply?
Yes, yes, lordship.
But we have not received a copy yet, so.
We'll serve you.
Miss
P Gupta.
P. Gupta, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that affidavit in reply on behalf of the petitioner has already been filed in response to the counter affidavit filed by the respondent numbers 3 and 4, and therefore this lead petition be posted for final hearing. Mr. D. Boral, Government Advocate Assam, has however submitted that no copy of the affidavit in reply has been received by him. Be that as it may, the petitioner's counsel to furnish a copy of the affidavit in reply to the learned government advocate. Let this matter be listed again in the 4th week of September on a non-miscellaneous day for disposal at the stage of admission hearing.
Organized.
May it please your lordship. My lord, although the matter is listed for orders, my lord, this is a covert case. Your lordship. We were erstwhile employees of Assam State Minor Irrigation Corporation, my lord. Now we were given VRS option and we have opted for it. Certain components were left out: house rent allowance, medical, and city compensatory allowance. Now, this honorable court has already disposed of a similar matter, my lord. I have annexed that order. I'm seeking a similar direction, my lord. Will find the order at page 113. It starts, my lord.
113.
Yes. The relevant portion starts from 119, the order, 13/5/2022.
Has this order been complied with?
My lord, I have filed a contempt petition, my lord, and much development has taken place. The proposals were sent, just the confirmation has not been granted. So the contempt is pending. There is no appeal, no review file. The respondents have filed their affidavit also.
May I suggest, lordship? Let it be kept pending for 1 or 2 months, lordship. Let what happens in that contempt proceeding. Otherwise, lordship, it seems that they are also similarly situated persons.
What will happen if it is kept pending?
No, lordship, regarding that contempt, if the amount is paid to them immediately, this
And if
matter
it
may
is
also.
not paid? Then
May-
also the same recourse.
This same course of action will do, lordship.
Then
Otherwise, lordship, it seems that they belong to also that same corporation. And they have been denied this house rent, medical, city compensatory allowance. But from this judgment, lordship, it seems that
Very pathetic situation of the petitioners. They are running tea stalls and all.
Pathetic,
amount which they
lordship,
will get
the
per
other,
day is
other,
30,000.
pursuant to that notification of 2005, the amount has been paid, but this honorable court has clarified that this salary also includes HRA, medical allowance, and city compensatory allowance.
you are appearing for one.
Yes,
Who is for
lord.
respondent number 2? Finance
Finance.
Department.
Our proposal used to appear in this case as well.
In the earlier case, lord, he appeared.
In this case
Mat-
also.
multiple economic.
Our proposal is lost.
Has it come to court today?
Mata na. Apa kata mata? আমার ইয়াত দীপমুখ পতালত ফোন নাম্বার আছে
So these petitioners were amongst the 302
Yes,
petitioners under the VRS.
yes, yes,
And they have not been paid house rent allowance, medical allowance, and
yes.
city
Only these three components.
other things have been
Yes.
paid. So it is a similar situation of what can.
Otherwise, Lordship, I am appearing for the respondent number.
This judgment, my lord, it is reflected that as per notification 15 my lord. And they have filed their affidavit, my lord, in the present case. In the affidavit, they have stated that anything which is admissible under this notification, I am.
That was also paid, Lordship.
Heard Mr. P. Bharadwaj, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. Also heard Mr. H. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, appearing for the respondent number one. Mr. R. Bapujari, learned standing counsel Finance Department Assam for respondent number 2. And Mr. N. Upadhyay, learned standing counsel Irrigation Department Assam for respondent numbers 3, 4, and 5. First up, the writ petitioners hearing were all employees of the Assam State Minor Irrigation Development Corporation, bracket ASMIDC, bracket close. This was what? Folded up,
My lord, currently it is under liquidation.
which went into liquidation. First up. Consequently, the 302 employees of the ASIMDC were offered voluntary retirement scheme, bracket VRS benefits.
নাম show করছে দেখুন কেউ নাই ইয়াতে
Notified by the departmental secretary on 13/5/2005. Accordingly, benefits under the VRS scheme was also extended to all the employees, including the petitioners. However, the respondents had failed to pay the amount due and payable as house rent allowance, bracket HRA, bracket close, comma, medical allowance, bracket MA, bracket close, and city compensatory allowance, bracket CCA, bracket close. Although the aforesaid allowances, according to the petitioners, were included in the terms and conditions of the VRS scheme. Full stop. It appears that earlier a group of similarly situated employees had approached this court by filing WPC number
My lord, 9562/2019.
9562 of 2019, which was disposed of by the learned civil judge by order dated 13/5/2022 by accepting their claim for payment of HRA, MA, and CCA. Full stop. Mr. Bharadwaj submits that the case of the present writ petitioners is covered by the judgment and order dated 13/5/2022, and therefore the writ petition be also disposed of with a similar direction. Full stop. Mr. H. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam, as well as Mr. N. Upadhyay, learned standing counsel Irrigation Department, has also fairly submitted that the case of the petitioners would be covered by the order dated 13/5/2022 passed by this court. Full stop. However, the learned departmental counsel could not confirm as to whether the aforesaid order of this court has already been implemented by the departmental authorities. Full stop. Be that as it may, I find from the materials available on record that the writ petitioners in WPC so-and-so had also prayed for a direction for payment of HRA, medical, MA, and CCA. They were also amongst the 302 regular employees of ASMIDC who were covered under the VRS scheme, notified on 13/5/2005. Full stop. Taking note of the prayer made in the writ petition, the learned single judge in the order dated 13/5/22 had passed the following direction, disposing of the writ petition. In page 122, double tick to 22. Since there is no dispute at the bar that the writ petitioners herein are also similarly situated candidates having a similar nature of grievance. Hence, I do not find any justifiable ground to deny similar relief to the present petitioners. The writ petition is therefore disposed of by providing that their prayer for consideration of HRA, MA and CCA as per clause 1 bracket E bracket clause of the VRS scheme dated 15/2/2006. What is the date of the VRS scheme?
My lord.
The same date, page 44.
27, my lord.
15/2/2026.
Ma- yes,
2006.
Yes, ma'am, yes. That-
Yes.
That
He
is.
paid to them
15 to 2000.
within a period of 3 months from a date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. With the above observation, the writ petition stands disposed of. Acha, the upar je koha se scheme notified on VRS scheme notified on 13/5/2005. Which was revised by the department by notification dated 15/2/2006. That is how 15/2/2006.
Much obliged.
Dispose of, yes, next. page.
This is contempt case, my lord. In this case, my lord, the Lazima course report dated, my lord, 9/5/2023. The service is deemed to be complete, my lord. But none is.
In contempt case, presumption can be drawn. Who is the? Huh?
That's why, my lord.
Mr. Bora, can you just find out what is happening? Otherwise, we have no option but to direct the officer to come personally. Just have a look at this file.
Item 42.
So it is complied with lordship. The by instruction.
Yes, I have received a copy, lordship.
Mr. J. Karita, learned counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. N. Upadhyay, learned counsel appearing for the
Respondent one, lordship.
respondent number 1 submits that the order of this court has been complied with. Similar is the stand of Mr. Yudas.
Respond number 2, your
Learned counsel appearing for the respondent number 2. A copy of the order dated
order.
Six minus of the meeting.
I'm providing a copy.
1650, sorry.
copy of the minutes of meeting dated 2/9/2022.
And 6/6/26.
And 6/6/2023 of the SLC has been brought to the notice of this court to show that the order of this court has been complied with. First of by retaining the copies of the minutes dated so and so and so and so, this contempt case stands closed.
Obliged.
Item 43.
My lord, this is a contempt petition, my lord. Filed by the petitioner. Petitioner is the casual worker appointed before 1/4/1993. And the honorable court directed to consider her claim, my lord. Page 18 is the operative part. This court is of the view
The
that.
first time it is come.
Yes,
First time.
first.
Mr. N. Sharma, 8 weeks order.
Item 44.
Multiple respondents.
May it please your lordship, my lord, service is complete, but I request your lordship to look into page 24. These are the Jol Mitras, my lord. My name appears. I have not been paid my honorarium. Page 24. And at page 29, my name appears.
Yes, Lordship. Lordship, I am returning response number 7 and Lordship 6. 6, Lordship, today I have not filed my occult number, Lordship, but I will file day after tomorrow, yesterday, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. 6, Lordship, 6 and 7 I am returning. 7, Lordship, I have filed occult.
The petitioner wants her salary. Who are you? What have you got to?
Lordship, I have been selected, duly selected, Lordship, response number 7. And he was appointed, Lordship, accordingly, Lordship, he is working till that, Lordship. So let me file my affidavit, Lordship.
My name appears at page
That
29.
was, Lordship, earlier it was
So, Lordship,
elected, Lordship. Earlier she was
But
selected.
that he has to be now heard, is it not?
Only thing, my lord, if he's working or she is working, let her work and get a salary. But mine, when my name appears, I should also be paid for it. I have nothing, no other grievance.
Very good argument, but
Lost
we
it.
filed the
Yes.
affidavit, no comment on that. Heard Mr. P.K. Rajchandra, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. M. Kalita, learned standing counsel, PhD department, Assam, appearing for response numbers 1, 2,
1 and 3 are not.
1 and 3. Who is for 2 and 4? Mr. N.K. Devnath, learned standing counsel, PNID, Assam, is present on behalf of response numbers 4 and 5. None is appeared for response number 2. Full stop. Mr. J. Kalita, on the other hand, has appeared and submits that he has instructions to appear in this case on behalf of response number 6 and 7, and therefore 2 days time to file wakalatnama. Since the stand of the response number 7 that he has been appointed in place of the petitioner pursuant to a proper selection process. The aforesaid stand is required to be brought on record by filing an affidavit. However, on the other hand, this court cannot be oblivious of the fact that the petitioner claims that she has been working without due salary since the month of
My lord. 2011.
2011. 2011, she is working.
There was no
My lord,
such.
page 29, your lordship may look into it. Their document, government document, my name appears.
All right. 2011, hence the affidavit of the response number 6 and 7 shall be filed within 2 weeks from today.
4 weeks. 3 weeks of 4 weeks.
3 weeks from today,
Okay.
by serving advance copy upon the petitioner's counsel. The learned departmental counsel to also obtain instruction and appear this court on the plea raised in the writ petition. Let this matter be listed again after 4 weeks at fixed time. Yes. I would like- What is the case? What action? Who is this person? He is not appearing despite
My
serving.
lord, I just saw the petition a couple of minutes back, my lord. His name is Biswajit Goswami. He is the CEO of Dhubri Jilla Parishad, my lord. My lord may have heard in the news recently, on Friday, he was arrested, my lord, for alleged for the allegation of bribery, my lord. And he is in the custody of the vigilance department, my lord. So that's one reason as to why he's not being able to appear today is what I can tell of.
No, but he was arrested only day before yesterday. Why earlier it was not done?
And yes, madam, as far as that is concerned, I'm not aware of, madam, because no wakalatum and nothing has been.
We'll ask the police to present him before the court. Personal appearance. Heard Mr. P. Chakraborty, learned counsel for the petitioner. It appears that notice has been served upon the sole respondent, notwithstanding the same. Notice has been served or?
Yes, madam. There is an office note on 7th of, second notice was served on 2nd of June 2023. First notice was earlier sent, the same address. 7/6/2023, there is an office note, madam.
Notice has been duly served of this on the sole respondent. Despite the same, he has failed to appear before this court. Post up. It is submitted at the bar that the petitioner has been recently arrested by the police.
By the CM vigilance.
By the CID.
CM vigilance.
By the Chief Minister's Vigilance Cell on allegations of bribery and corruption. Post up. Be that as it may, considering the conduct of the petitioner, this court is left with no option but to direct personal appearance of the respondent. Post up. As such, the respondent is directed to remain personally present before this court on 30th of August 2023. The Superintendent of Police, CM's Vigilance Cell
The SP of the CM's vigilance cell.
shall take necessary steps for compliance of the court's order. Register to communicate order, communicate this order to the CM's Vigilance Cell by special messenger.
Obligement.
Lordship, regarding this matter, we had received certain instructions, my lord. Today, the name has not been shown. Lordship, I just grant for 10 days time, we'll place the updated instruction on the next day.
Yes, Mr. D. Kayam, learned counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. H. Chalia, learned counsel for the respondent submits that he has received the instruction, but since his name is not shown in the cause list, hence he has missed the matter. On the request of Mr. Chalia, this matter is directed to be listed again after 2 weeks by reflecting his name in the cause list.
Yes.
Item 45.
What is this matter? Who's there?
Sure, I appear for respondent one Home and Political Department. As standing counsel, FT, I'm not aware of who is that person. They were supposed to file the affidavit on last occasion.
But the applicant is not present.
Applicant is also.
The applicant's counsel is absent when the matter is called up. Mr. D. Bora, learned Government Advocate Assam, is present on behalf of respondent number
1.
and Miss Miss is so and so for respondent number 4. Be that as it may, since the applicant's counsel is absent today, this matter cannot be taken up for consideration. Hence, list this case again after 2 weeks. You are waiting for some matter?
Yeah, but I think the court.
So anybody ready for any hearing matter? Part 2 hearing list? Nobody wants to do any hearing case. Today there is a reference.